What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today, this time on the main PC, and today we're gonna check out Subnautica again, and we'll see how it does. Hopefully it'll do just as good as the rest of the computers, and at least now I know about the freaking resolution and stuff being in general instead of graphics. I was wondering where the hell all that stuff was for most of the videos. Luckily on most of them, the 144 cap didn't really matter, and VSync is off by default, luckily, and it seems like it just copies your desktop. So up until that point, I was just going to the desktop on like the Fireband and changing the resolution there to make it change. So it is what it is, I guess. But let's see how it does on this computer now.
Here's the settings we're gonna run. 4K and all that, no VSync, maxed out 500 frame rate cap, maxed out field of view. So now let's go look at the maxed out settings. The only thing I turned out was stuff like bloom, lens depth, depth of field. I just don't like the stuff that messes with your vision. Now some people like it for authenticity, but at least it doesn't really mess with your FPS too much, so me turning it off shouldn't really affect that part. So, to the game. Alright, so here we go. And it seems to be getting plenty of FPS. And still enough for me to warrant turning off the dang FPS thing from 144 default. A lot of my systems it wouldn't have mattered on, well, unless I got to 720p low. A lot of things probably would have hit it then. Except for the Steam Deck. That one's still just a little too weak in certain situations to get a constant 60 everywhere. But it was still more than playable, even on that thing. Heck, I feel like most people probably would have been fine with the stock settings, honestly. But you guys know me, I like my 60 FPS plus if I can have it. Even on Steam Deck and Ally. It's that Firebat mini PC I almost never expect to get it. So when I do, I'm like, hell yeah. That one I expect to be more like a 30-40 FPS experience, 720p in most games. At least modern day. Older games can run pretty decently on it though. As long as you don't run out of VRAM. Luckily this thing has a plethora of that. It's got 24 gigs. But thanks to the 5090 now, even that does not seem that impressive. You can get 32 gigs now. And I'm definitely getting that. I'm gonna go get the ASUS one. That thing seemed like the one that was the coolest looking to me personally. I don't know which is actually gonna be the best with the best, you know, MOSFETs and chokes and capacitors and all that. But last time the Strix did pretty good. I think they're calling it something different this time, but I'm still probably gonna grab that one. It's probably gonna be like fucking $2,500 if the normal one is $2,000 on the dot. All of the aftermarket ones will probably be $2,200 and up. And if you want a really good one, you know, it's just gonna get higher, but crazy. A GPU that costs as much as an entire high-end rig a couple years ago. Crazy how that works, but the thing is a beast. Even if you do ignore the whole slideshow of them trying to make the DLSS frame, multi-frame gen look good, I'm just not a big fan of the frame gen. I've had a couple games where it worked alright, but most of the time it's got like artifacts or stutters or does weird shit I don't like. But it should still be pretty decent. Pure rasterization performance increase, like probably like a 30-35% increase, not too awful. And you still get a normal without frame gen DLSS boost. And if you're gonna play 4K, if you're only getting a 30-35% upgrade, there's still plenty of games that aren't gonna hit, you know, 60 maxed out, especially if you have ray tracing and path tracing. I think their slide was like 28 FPS or something from 20. I'm like, well, it's definitely nice. It's almost to like 30 FPS playable, but nobody spending that much wants to play at 30 FPS. And most people don't really want to use fake frames and all that stuff either. I'll use DLSS if I have to. And sometimes in certain games that have terrible TAA and aliasing implementations, it can make it actually look better than native. That's where that came from, but it does not always look better than native. That is just not true. But in any case, I still want the 5090 and build a new computer. I haven't built a new one in about 3 years now, so I've been itching to make a new one, even though I absolutely do not need one. I could be happy with my 4090 for a couple more years now easily. Just turn some settings down. Sucks to do on such an expensive GPU, but that's what happens. At the age, you gotta turn shit down no matter how expensive it was. I mean, a 3090 was, what, $1,600, $1,500, something like that too. And hell, that thing eventually was pretty much superseded by my 4070 Ti Super. I think it's faster than it in basically every way. Uses less power and is faster. Runs cooler because it uses less watts, so there you go. And has better technologies that the other one can't use. I might not like those technologies that much, but still, technologies they are. Ooh, what's down here? I don't think I should go down there without, like, more air, and maybe, like, that little thing that can, like, drag me through the air that looks like a little torpedo. I keep forgetting what the hell they call that thing. I know it's got a real name in real life. I just can't for the life of me remember. I kept wanting to call it a Sea-Doo earlier, but I know that's the little ones that are like bikes for freaking lakes and seas and stuff. You ride it on the top. It's not an underwater thing, so I'm like, what the hell is that called? Well, whatever. Eventually when I go to make it, we'll see what the game calls it. I'm sure the game has a name for it too.
Seconds.
But yeah, runs really nice, looks really nice, especially on all the OLEDs. OLEDs make almost all games look great. And that's not like all the other technologies suck or anything. It's just, OLED's pretty awesome, not flawless. I'm still scared of burn-in on all the rest of them, but so far so good. I've been taking care of them properly. The only one that's got burn-in is the C1, and I did that on purpose, because people said it was impossible. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I can get that thing burnt in like 3 or 4 months. You just have a semi-static image, and have HDR on all the time, max brightness. And boom, bada bing, bada boom, I got a bunch of burn-in. But again, that probably wouldn't have happened had I, like, you know, had a moving movie background like I do now and all this other stuff. But a lot of people don't want to have, like, no icons and no taskbar and stuff like that. Me, I like it, because then you get to actually enjoy your...
Well now, let's get some camera-recorded gameplay. Ah, good, it is day again. I need to find stones to break and hopefully get some silver. Still don't know what to do about the lead.
Oh. 30 seconds.
To the surface. was our table core. I thought that was with those rocks for a second. I was like, oh hell yeah, there's some. But no. There's one. I just have to be careful. I don't want to find any more of those creatures that explode. Dang. Oh well, let's get out of here. We're almost out of air. Luckily we're not too far from the surface in that cave. Copper. Nope, that fish, that's what I'm talking about. I do not like those. So that's about as far as I can go in that cave. And while we're here, might as well get some oxygen. Oxygen is great. Oh, why hello, mister. Didn't want to move with the cat in the way. She was just passing by to go up to her tree. Oh, is that rocks? No. Nope. Time for air. Alright, screw it. I'm gonna go just make another one of those frickin' scanner things. I don't know how to recharge them. Or I might not even have the ability to do that yet, for all I know. Alright, cool. So he does swim faster with nothing in his hands.
Oxygen.
Oh, that's right. We need a battery. If I can get back over to that one area, I think that's where that, or if I scan stuff, I can maybe make that one vehicle where you hold it in front of you and it like scoops you along. Looks like a giant torpedo, if I'm honest. Alright, was it this way? No, I don't think it was over by that stuff. It was like over by some cliffs and shit. Well, let's go up and get a bird's eye view. Well, as big of a bird's eye view as we can get anyway. Well, screw it. At this point, might as well wrap this up, and we'll try and find that shit again in the next video. So, let's go wrap it up. Alright guys, that's a wrap for Subnautica on the main PC here. And it ran great. So far it's been running great on everything. I wish more games ran this smooth. I know this isn't like the highest quality game known to man, but it doesn't have the worst graphics in the world either. It's just got decent graphics. And that's sometimes all a game needs. But in any case though, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.